Ladies and gentlemen, please remain standing for the national anthem. Thank you. Please be seated. A very good morning to our guest of honor, Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye, Deputy Minister of Health. Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim Wahid, Medical Director and Clinical Oncologist of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Ms. Mary Chen, Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Kelvin Kartigesu, CSR Director of Beacon Hospital, Dr. Mazana Muhammad, President of Persatuan Cancer Network Selangor and Wilayah Persekutuan Canwork, Puan Suryati Hamza, CEO of Breast Cancer Foundation, Ms. Yong Lili, Honorary CEO, Pink Ribbon Wellness Foundation, members of the media, and all distinguished guests. I'm Sena, your MC for today. And on behalf of Beacon Hospital, we would like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you. We appreciate and thank you for taking time off your busy schedules to join us here today. Over the years, Beacon Hospital has emerged as a one-stop cancer center, providing integrative cancer care to our patients. Beacon Hospital is the first installed site of the latest state-of-art Halcyon radiotherapy in Southeast Asia. Beacon Hospital is also the first in Southeast Asia to treat prostate and neuroendocrine cancers with lutetium-177 therapy. Leading the way as an excellent one-stop cancer center, Beacon Hospital's radiotherapy planning has been recognized by the IROC Houston Quality Assurance Center to benchmark against MD Anderson standards. Besides, the European Society for Medical Oncology, ESMO, has recently accredited Beacon Hospital as the ESMO Designated Center of Integrated Oncology and Palliative Care, one of the first accredited hospitals in the Southeast Asia. We also like to extend our expertise and services to the community through corporate social responsibility, CSR, and under this initiative, we are gathered here today for the launch of the Halcyon Radiotherapy Welfare Fund. To provide you a better insight of this welfare fund, please join me in welcoming Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim Wahid, Medical Director and Clinical Oncologist of Beacon Hospital, to deliver his speech.
Assalamualaikum, good morning to everyone. Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye, Deputy Minister of Health, Malaysia, Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Madam Mary Chen, Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Kelvin Kartigesu, CSR Director of Beacon Hospital, fellow colleagues, doctors, staff, members of the media, ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning. First of all, I'd like to extend a very warm welcome to all of you for coming here on this very auspicious occasion this morning at Beacon Hospital. We are honored to have our Deputy Minister, Yang Berhormat, Dr. Lee Boon Chye, with us this morning. Thank you. He just came all the way from Ipoh and to just grace our launch this morning. Thank you very much, YB. As you all know, the cancer incident in this country is on the rising trend. And according to the Malaysian study of cancer survival, MyScan report, cancer has been found to be the fourth common cause of death in Malaysia. With approximately, now we are also having reported new cases of about 37,000 per year. And it's only going to go up to about 55,000 in 2030. Cancer being one of the most common non-communicable disease affecting Malaysia, treating the disease continues to be a key challenge for many of us in the medical and healthcare sectors. And it's also a major challenge for the ministry, with lots of number of patients now being diagnosed. Recent advances in diagnosis of treatment, however, have gone a long way in improving treatment outcome. The advancement of technology has significantly improved the delivery of radiation to become more precise. Radiation oncologists, doctors like us, are now able to deliver high doses of radiation more safely in a shorter period of time. And with this new machine, Halcyon, which won the prestigious 2018 R&D Award, is one of the new radiotherapy technology integrated with advanced features. I remembered when I first came back to Malaysia in the 1990s, patients were very fearful of radiotherapy because the radiation techniques were not so advanced, and we were treating a lot of good normal tissue, and we were causing a lot of complications and side effects. I can safely say that those bad old days are over now with advancements of technology where we now are more precise and more targeted towards treating the good cells and try to avoid collateral damage to the normal tissue. So this is the priority and the most important features of radiation development, technology development, not only through machine, but also through computer technology and radiotherapy planning tools. Now, with the new machine, Halcyon, one of the key features compared to some of the older machines is also how accurate and how fast the patients can be treated. So the actual beam on time can be up to 2 minutes, 3 minutes or less. So we can have a very high throughput of patients, and it also so we can safely treat up to 100 patients. And I've been told that in India they have a Halcyon. They were treating about 150 patients a day. That's about 3 times the capacity of our normal linear accelerator. So it's a very fast machine, but fast, accurate, and comfortable. It has a patented dual multi-leaf collimator. It's the MLC that's actually built inside. We can't see it. And it will shape the radiation beam so it can deliver exact shape, or what we call conformal treatment. But we have gone from conformal treatment to IMRT, and now we have gone to VMAT technology. And so the precision and delivery of the beam getting more and more precise. And the unwanted radiation beam reaching the surrounding cells targeted area is reduced as the interleaf leakage is very, very low. Only less than 0.1% compared to 4% by the normal radiotherapy machine. Halcyon has a 100 cm wide bore caliber, so patients are not claustrophobic. One of the fear of going into a machine is patients are afraid of tight confines, especially like MRI. The hole is so small and patients are so frightened. But Halcyon has got 100 cm bore, making it very, very comfortable for the patients, so they're not claustrophobic. And the shorter treatment time also makes it more comfortable and acceptable for patients, so they can be treated without pain, discomfort, and with very minimal side effects. The machine can be used to treat a lot of tumors, from head and neck to breast, abdomen, pelvis, and all sorts of treatments. So we have actually treated today, more than probably 150 patients in the last couple of months. As the leading cancer specialist center in Malaysia, Beacon is proud to be the first hospital in Southeast Asia to have this machine. And together with our multidisciplinary teams of professionals with oncologists, radiologists, radiotherapists, physicists, support staff, we strive to develop an effective customized treatment planning for the patients. So while treatment modalities continue to improve, affordability remains a challenge. It can prevent many patients from getting standard therapy to manage the disease. And as the living and medical cost continues to increase in Malaysia, Beacon Hospital believes that medical treatment and medical care and treatment should not burden our patients. Therefore, we have taken this initiative to keep the medical costs reasonable, to allow more patients to seek the latest diagnosis and treatment. For instance, our radiotherapy machine in Beacon, although we bought a new machine, actually, instead of increasing the treatment cost, we actually lowered the treatment cost by 20%. And even our PET scan, I remember when we first introduced a PET scan in 2005, 2006, the cost of PET scan was 7,000 ringgit. Then it slowly went down. As from 1st of April this year, our PET scan is only 2,000 ringgit. So, we are one of the cheapest around in town. So we tried. We try to make treatment as affordable as we can. So YB, who are we? We are a private hospital that provides medical and surgical services, but our major interest is in focusing on cancer therapy. And who are we not? We are a private hospital who will not turn their back on patients who cannot afford treatment. Modern day treatment. So, even though we have state-of-the-art machines, we do not discriminate affordability and technology. So today's launch is all about making treatment access, even if you do not have the money to pay for it, we will make it affordable with Kelvin's help. Okay. So in addition to assisting low-income patients and underprivileged cancer patients, Beacon introduced our HOPE CSR program since 2010. And over these years, we have become successful in treating hundreds of patients. Ladies and gentlemen, to date, we have already channeled 15 million ringgit in financial aid to help to ease burden faced by underprivileged patients who cannot afford treatment. So we channel them to Welfare Fund. And as you know, we have launched several Welfare Fund. Last year, we have a couple of years, we have launched our Chemotherapy Welfare Fund, where patients only pay 500 ringgit to have their chemotherapy. So those who cannot afford to pay for the full price, it is subsidized very, very heavily under our CSR fund, and we only charge them 500 ringgit. And then we launch our targeted therapy fund for HER2 or trastuzumab treatment. Trastuzumab costs around 8,000 ringgit per treatment. Now with our welfare fund, they only pay 2,500 ringgit. So, we are doing our best to help as many cancer patients as we can and not further burden them with financial cost. And today we are launching our 3 million Halcyon Radiotherapy Welfare Fund, and we believe this will be good news for many of our patients. So to qualify, they need to be Malaysian citizen, low income or financially challenged patient, and they will need to have radiotherapy. And I have been told by Mary Chen that our machine capacity is up to 100 a day or maybe more, and Beacon is willing to allocate up to 50 patients per day on CSR alone. So that's half our patients we are willing to give CSR. So any patients who are, who are on the waiting list, on the government waiting list, and they can't afford private hospital, come to us and we will try and help them and help the government ease the waiting list as well through our CSR fund. So I'd like to express our gratitude to everyone present today, including YB, Dr. Lee Boon Chai, for consenting to officiate at the launch of our Beacon latest CSR Radiotherapy Welfare Fund. But last not least, let's take a look at this video to understand a little bit more about Halcyon and some of the recipients of our previous CSR Radiotherapy Fund. Thank you very much.
Banyak terima kasih kepada Dr. Kenny, staffnya, nursesnya, and also the management.
Banyak terima kasih Dr. Manogret. Saya merasa dulu rasa tak boleh nampak, sekarang saya boleh nampak. Bagi seluruh operate, banyak terima kasih Dr. Manogret.
得得，多謝你醫翻我隻眼，真係好感謝你哋。
Thank you, Yang Berbahagia Dato Dr. Ibrahim Wahid. And now, without further ado, please put your hands together as we invite Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye, Deputy Minister of Health, to deliver his speech.
Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Madam Mary Chen, Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim bin Dr. Haji Abdul Wahid, Medical Director and Clinical Oncologist, Mr. Kawing Katigesu, CSR Director of Beacon Hospital, other distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. Firstly, I would like to express my utmost thanks to Beacon Hospital for inviting me today. It's truly an honor for me to be part of the launch of this 3 million ringgit Halcyon Radiotherapy Welfare Fund. I'm always heartened to see healthcare facilities with its advanced state-of-the-art medical technology, along with its distinguished medical consultants, have been so steadfast in a commitment to give back to the community. Congratulations on your achievement in being the first to install Halcyon radiotherapy machine in Southeast Asia. This will allow our cancer patients here to benefit from this latest radiotherapy technology. As I can still remember, fast, accurate, and painless. It will also boost Malaysia internationally as a medical hub for advanced cancer treatment and latest radiotherapy technology. As most of you are aware, with the change in demographic pattern in Malaysia, cancer is getting more common these days, and cancer is ranked number 4 in the leading causes of death. According to the National Registry between 2007 and 2011, cancer incidences in Malaysia involving males number 86.9 cases per 100,000, and compared to females, 99.3 cases per 100,000. As mentioned by Dr. Muhammad just now, there are 37,000 new cancer cases every year, and many of them will likely have to go for radiotherapy as part of their cancer treatment. Unfortunately, there is still a lack of facilities in Malaysia whereby many patients, especially those in low-income and rural areas, do not have access to treatment. Congratulate to Beacon Hospital for making so many outreach programs to make such facilities available to the rural communities. The government is taking steps to improve on the accessibility to treatment. At the moment, cancer treatments are available in all state hospitals, and Ministry of Health also had 3 existing designated cancer hospitals. There are Institute Cancer Negara at Putrajaya, Hospital Sultan Ismail at Johor, Hospital Wanita dan Kanak-Kanak at Likas, Sabah. And there will be one more new cancer hospital at Sungai Petani, which has been slated to be built in a short time, hopefully operational by a year or 2, to cater for the northern region of the peninsula. As far as cancer is concerned, there's famous saying that prevention is better than cure. This is particularly important as far as cancer is concerned because 40% of cancers are preventable. Cancer risk can be reduced by lifestyle modifications such as stop smoking, reduce alcohol consumption, and prevent obesity by changing dietary patterns and maintain active lifestyle, as well as vaccination against infection-related cancers such as hepatitis B vaccination and HPV vaccinations. We are fully aware of the increased cancer risks associated with smoking as compared to obesity. In fact, obesity is second behind smoking in its association with cancer. It is associated with as many as 13 cancer types, such as breast cancer, colorectal cancer, cancer of the uterus, kidney, head and neck, esophageal cancer, pancreatic cancer, prostate cancer, gallbladder cancer, and thyroid cancers. Reducing obesity will prevent these cancers. Another important aspect to reduce the burden of cancer in Malaysia is early detection. In cancer, early detection and prompt treatment improves the chances of cure. Unfortunately, delays in presentation are commonly found among our cancer patients. Almost 60% of cancers in Malaysia are detected late at either stage 3 or stage 4. This is mainly because most of the patients did not come early for checkups or screening. Detecting cancer at late stages lead to higher cost of treatment, lower quality of life, and reduced chances of cure. I must congratulate again Beacon Hospital for the outreach program, especially in providing screening for cancer. Ministry of Health is also exploring public-private partnership to enhance service to cancer patients. As such, we are open to the partnership with private hospitals so that patients from public hospitals can be referred to private hospitals to gain the necessary radiotherapy treatments without delay. At the same time, it would make the facility in the private hospital not ideal and be fully utilized. With this advanced Halcyon radiotherapy machine in Beacon Hospital, this will help cancer patients not just in our country, but also patients from neighboring countries. Before I walk into this hall, I got a chance to visit the machine, the costly machine. And I see that among the laborers were some Indonesian patients from abroad. I've been informed that this fast and accurate Halcyon radiotherapy machine can cater to around 100 to 150 patients a day, as what has been mentioned earlier on. It is faster than changing your clothes. That's what they mean by fast. I commend the CSR initiative of private healthcare organizations like Beacon Hospital for reaching out to lower income group of patients by offering 3 million ringgit Halcyon Radiotherapy Welfare Fund. I also understand that this fund is an extension of Beacon of Hope, a long-running corporate social responsibility spearheaded by the hospital since 2010. I'm happy to hear today that, as mentioned earlier, this initiative has contributed more than 15 million ringgit to date, touching the lives of hundreds of deserving patients, while various welfare funds, including Chemotherapy Welfare Fund, Targeted Therapy Welfare Fund, it has brought hope to many cancer patients who otherwise had no access to such treatment due to financial restraint. Kudos to Beacon Hospital and the team for your success. Many organizations, both private and public, can certainly emulate Beacon Hospital's model to assist the underprivileged segment in our society. Cancer treatment outcome has improved tremendously with advancement in treatment techniques and modalities, better surgical techniques, new chemotherapy drugs, and advanced radiotherapy equipment, complemented by advanced immune modulation and targeted therapy, make possible some previously incurable advanced stage cancers to become controllable and sometimes curable. For the unfortunate cancer patients, my message for you is, don't regard yourself as a victim of cancer, but rather a survivor of cancer. You should not give up, as there is always hope or harapan for a better outcome. Before I end, I would like to congratulate Beacon Hospital for its continued diligence in serving our community. I look forward to more public-private partnership to address more healthcare challenges so that the community can benefit from it. I also wish to share a quote from Helen Keller. By the way, Helen Keller was born in 1880. She was an American author, a political activist, and a lecturer. At 19 months of age, she was stricken with a febrile illness. At that time, nobody knows what. Can you imagine, 1980s? And I think with hindsight, she probably had some form of meningitis. And she became deaf at 19 years of age, and 19 months of age. And she grew up having to communicate using sign language. Despite her physical handicap, she persevered and succeeded to earn a Bachelor of Arts degree and went on to become a lecturer, an author, and a political activist. Her June 27 birthday is commemorated as Helen Keller's Day in Pennsylvania, USA, and in the centenary year of her birth, it was recognized by a presidential proclamation from President Jimmy Carter. Even though the major factor in her success, despite her physical disability, was due to her perseverance and courage, but Helen Keller couldn't have walked the path alone. Hence the quote from Helen Keller, "Alone, we can only do so little. Together, we can do so much." Once again, thank you for inviting me to be part of this significant ceremony. Let's work together, and together we can do so much more. With that, I thank you.
Thank you, Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye. We would like to request for Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye to remain on stage for the launch. We now proceed to the ribbon cutting ceremony. For this, I would like to invite Yang Berbahagia Datuk Dr. Muhammad Ibrahim Wahid, Medical Director and Clinical Oncologist of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, for the official launch of Halcyon Radiotherapy Welfare Fund. Members of the media, I would like to invite you to the front for the photo session. Thank you. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, cut. Photo session right now. We would like to request for Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chai and Mr. Victor Chia to remain on stage for mock check presentations to the beneficiaries. Members of the media, I would like to invite you once again to the front for the photo opportunity. And now let's invite our Halcyon Radiotherapy beneficiaries to receive the check shortly. Mr. Chung Heng Choi. Here are some background of the patients who are receiving the mock checks. Mr. Chung Heng Choi was diagnosed with NPC, is 58 years old, lives in Puchong. He has 3 children, 2 of whom are still studying. He's a lorry driver and does not have a fixed income. He's a patient from PPUM, but due to a long waiting list, patient was getting worried and his friend suggested patient to seek a second opinion at Beacon Hospital. Without CSR fund, patient managed to start his treatment, which is the radiotherapy and chemotherapy, immediately. Next, we'd like to invite Madam Saraswati Supaya, who was diagnosed with breast cancer. She's 59 years old. She lives in Stapak, has 1 daughter. She's an analyst by profession, and patient needs to do radiotherapy, chemotherapy, and Herceptin. It's a big sum for them. So all treatments are currently covered under our radiotherapy CSR program. Next, we would like to welcome Madam Leong Hui Mei. She was diagnosed with breast cancer. She's 45 years old, currently lives in Satyawangsa. She has 1 daughter. She's a long-term patient, financially exhausted, with limited insurance coverage. She's currently under Progeta, Herceptin, and chemotherapy. She further needs radiotherapy treatment, which is covered under our radiotherapy CSR fund. The amount is 10,000. Thank you, Yang Berhormat, Dr. Lee Boon Chai, and all the beneficiaries. It's time to take a group photo. Thank you. We would now like to present a token of appreciation to Yang Berbahagia Dr. Lee Boon Chai with a handcrafted gift from our colleague, a hand-sketched portrait of Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chai by our graphic designer, Mr. Wong Cheong Meng. Thank you. With this, here's the end of the launch event. Thank you once again for giving us your time and support to join us at this meaningful event. I would now like to invite all our media friends to come forward as we prepare for the press conference. And before we begin the question and answer session, please allow me to invite Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chai, Deputy Minister of Health, Yang Berbahagia Dato Dr. Ibrahim Wahid, Medical Director and Consultant Oncologist of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital, Mr. Calvin Kartikesu, CSR Director of Beacon Hospital, Madam Saraswati Supaya, Madam Leong Hui Mei, and Mr. Chang Heng Choi for the question and answer session. Media friends, if you have any questions or would like to know any other information about the Halcyon Radiotherapy and the Welfare Fund, you may pose your questions. Thank you.
So then you ask them to come forward. Already done. No, invite them to come to stage for the press conference.
So I repeat this again.
I
repeat this again. Before we begin the question and answer session, please allow me to invite Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chai, Deputy Minister of Health. Yang Berbahagia Dato Dr. Ibrahim Wahid, Medical Director and Consultant Oncologist of Beacon Hospital. Mr. Victor Chia, Chief Executive Director of Beacon Hospital. Mr. Calvin Kartikesu, CSR Director of Beacon Hospital. Media friends, if you have any questions or would like to know any other information about Halcyon Radiotherapy and the Welfare Fund, you may pose your questions. Thank you. Kindly raise your hands and introduce yourself, please.
Morning, YB. Hamza from RTM. Yeah. Speak about this initiative again. You want me English or bahasa? Bahasa. Please, depan ni tolong dengan saya. Bagi tahu je tak? Kalau bakat. Okay.
Ready? Sarah, ready? Yeah.
Okay. I think they can hear. Hari ini kita adakan perancaran satu mesin radioterapi yang canggih, yang baru, pertama di Asia Tenggara. Dan yang penting bukan setakat mesin ini, tapi apa yang mesin ini boleh buat, di mana dia memberikan pesakit-pesakit kanser satu rawatan yang lebih cepat dan lebih selesa. Cuma saya nak highlight juga bahawa usaha yang dilakukan oleh Beacon Hospital dalam CSR mereka, di mana pesakit-pesakit yang tak mampu boleh melalui program CSR mereka dapat rawatan juga di Beacon Hospital. Dan saya gembiralah kerana ada peluang untuk melancarkan satu tabung 3 juta ringgit untuk membantu pesakit-pesakit untuk mendapat rawatan kanser di Beacon Hospital. Dan seperti mana yang telah disebutkan sebelum ini, setakat ini 15 juta ringgit telah disalurkan kepada pesakit-pesakit berkenaan dalam beberapa program yang telah dilakukan. Dan dari pihak Kementerian Kesihatan kita mengalaurkan usaha sedemikian supaya kita bukan setakat memberi perkhidmatan rawatan kanser yang terbaik kepada pesakit, tetapi khususnya juga kepada mereka yang kurang mampu, mereka ada juga peluang untuk menerima rawatan yang terkini dan terbaik di Malaysia.
Dari Beacon Hospital untuk spesifik untuk Halcyon ni 3 juta ringgit untuk syarat-syarat pesakit yang tak
syarat-syarat untuk pesakit dapatkan basically ialah pesakit yang memerlukan rawatan radioterapi. Okay, pesakit yang kurang mampulah. Of course kita tak nak merumitkan dia punya proses application. So actually within the same day, patient datang jumpa kita punya oncologist. Lepas jumpa oncologist, setelah doktor mensyorkan rawatan-rawatan yang tertentu, kita akan ambil alih daripada pihak kebajikan, which is kita punya CSR department. Kita akan buat assessment dan buat kelulusan serta-merta lah dalam hari yang same day.
Perbezaan Halcyon machine dengan mesin-mesin radioterapi yang sedia ada ni apa perbezaan?
Ini teknologi baru. Dia punya kelebihan yang utama ialah mesin ini memberi rawatan teknologi tinggi dengan cepat. Patient hanya perlu masuk rawatan 2 minit sahaja. Dan sistem multi-leaf collimator yang boleh shapekan beam untuk rawatan kanser tu menggunakan teknologi baru di mana radiation leakage tu kurang. Jadi dos yang terkena pada organ-organ atau tisu normal dapat dikurangkan, manakala dos untuk rawatan kanser kita boleh menaikkan lagi dos. Jadi kita dapat advantage high tumor kill dan low complication rate.
Tadi ada dimaklumkan ada beberapa program ataupun welfare fund selain daripada radiotherapy ini. Boleh maklumkan lagi program-program ataupun welfare fund lain yang disediakan oleh Beacon Hospital?
Boleh. Salah satu program yang kita provide ialah program untuk rawatan kemoterapi untuk breast cancer, untuk pesakit kanser payudara. So lebih kurang untuk pesakit mendapatkan rawatan ni di hospital swasta, dia akan cost about RM3,000 lah setiap cycle, setiap putaran. 3,000 hingga 5,000 setiap putaran. So di bawah program ni kita subsidize patient punya rawatan, jadikan dia patient cuma bayar 500 setiap putaran. top of that, kita ada lagi satu program, nama dia program targeted terapi untuk breast cancer patient. Kos dia lebih kurang dalam 8,000 hingga 9,000 setiap kitaran. Di bawah program kita ni, kita jadikan patient bayar 2,500 setiap kitaran.
Untuk radiotherapy ni biasa tak lukat yang specially untuk Halcyon pembezaan harga.
Radiotherapy ini salah satu mesin. Tapi menggunakan mesin ni kita boleh bagi different modalities of treatment. Dia ada banyak jenis rawatan yang kita boleh bagi. So boleh dikatakan dalam 3,000 hingga 25,000 lah dia punya range. Okay, so depending on which treatment the doctor actually prescribes.
Tapi through this welfare fund, di hospital bagi subsidize 30% di sini.
Oh no. It depends on patient punya kemampuan. Kadang-kadang patient bila dia datang untuk radioterapi ni, bila patient datang, kalau dia mampu cuma untuk bayar 10%, kita akan subsidize 90%. So kalau patient tak mampu bayar langsung, kita bagi FOC.
Untuk mesin specifically cancer jenis apa?
Kita boleh rawat macam-macam jenis kanser. Start daripada brain tumor, head and neck, payudara, paru-paru, prostate, gynecology tumor. So almost any tumor. Skin cancer pun kita dah rawat beberapa patient yang ada kanser kulit pun boleh digunakan teknologi ni. So tak ada limitation.
Untuk tahun ni ada expect berapa jumlah pesakit akan dapat daripada welfare fund, dapat manfaat?
So how many we've done welfare?
Sebenarnya tujuan utama kita ialah untuk menggalakkan pesakit-pesakit kanser datang ke hadapan. Daripada kita punya pengalaman, ramai pesakit bila mereka ada kanser, mereka takut. So that's why tadi Datuk pun ada mention, kita sudi boleh kerja dengan kerajaan, termasuk 1/3 of our kita punya capacity untuk bantu pesakit-pesakit yang kurang mampu. Tapi yang paling penting ialah macam mana kita galak mereka ke depan. Salah satu pengalaman kita untuk treat patient yang lebih berkesan, kita nak galakkan early stage. Maksudnya kita mahu mereka datang ke sini, jumpa doktor kita. So kita tak mahu dia takut. Ramai kita rasa family kan, bila dia punya family member ada cancer, dia banyak stres, takut kerana sakit dia, financial. Jadi kita hope through kita bersama, kita dapat sibarkan maklumat ini, bagi mereka more confident, come forward, so that kita boleh bantu dia. So the limit is, to me, as long as the machine is still there, kita boleh sedaya upaya kita bantu. So this is the first launching. That's why the Beacon, many things we want to not only do as a private hospital, we also want to serve the community. That is our objective.
Jadi saya nak lanjutkan sikit lah. Bila seseorang patient tu mengalami kanser dan perlu rawatan, kata seumpamanya rawatan radioterapi, kalau patient tu ada GL, ada insurans tu tak ada masalah lah. Tetapi kalau patient tu tak cukup duit, kurang kemampuan, dia face dua dilema. Satu dilema, kalau nak datang hospital swasta, kos bayaran terlampau tinggi. So, tak mampu nak bayar kos rawatan. Masalah yang kedua, kalau nak pergi ke hospital kerajaan, kadang-kadang waiting list panjang. Jadi dengan inisiatif ini, kita nak tolong patient berikut dan juga tolong kerajaan nak mencepatkan rawatan dengan memberi bantuan CSR, bantuan perkhidmatan CSR, so that rawatan mereka mampu membayar kos rawatan dengan menggunakan teknologi tinggi dan tidak membebankan financial status mereka, tidak membebankan kos rawatan mereka di hospital swasta. So they can get the best of both worlds lah. Fast treatment at affordable cost. Itu tujuan kita. Tolong kerajaan, tolong patient. Dua sekali.
And also the quality treatment.
And quality.
Bagi kerajaan dimaklumkan kerajaan nak bina satu lagi hospital ataupun
Hospital Sungai Petani.
di
Sungai Petani.
Itu untuk specifically untuk cater patients yang dekat
Northern Region, bahagian utara.
itu sedang dalam pembinaan.
Sudah belum. Baru telah diperuntukkan untuk peruntukan dana untuk dibina.
Berapa banyak
Ah, Kalau tak silap tu 500 juta ringgit. I got to check. Okay, meantime you got any other problem? Any other issues?
Yang itu hospital ke pusat kanser?
Hospital cancer.
Hospital kanser di Sungai Petani Kedah.
Sungai Petani.
Dijangka siap bila YB?
Hospital Sungai 3 tahun lah.
Dari sekarang. Maybe YB boleh ulas sikit tentang hospital tu?
Kita cadangkan, kita telah luluskan dalam bajet untuk membina sebuah hospital pusat kanser utara Sungai Petani dengan kos 500 juta ringgit, 200 katil khususnya untuk kanser, dan tender dijangka akan keluarkan tahun ini dan biasa siap dalam 3 tahun selepas tender.
Itu dalam bajet 2019 punya.
Ya.
Selain mungkin lepas pada Sungai Petani ada lagi pusat-pusat kanser yang dalam perancangan?
Yang sedia ada 3 pusat kanser yang sedia ada. Institut Kanser Negara di Putrajaya yang sedang berfungsi, Hospital Sultan Ismail di Johor Bahru, dan juga Hospital Wanita dan Kanak-Kanak Likas. Sebenarnya walaupun nama Hospital Wanita Kanak-Kanak, dia ada satu blok spesial yang untuk kanser, rawatan kanser. Jadi ini 3 tempat hospital designated cancer hospital, tapi memang di kesemua hospital negeri memang ada diberikan rawatan kanser di semua hospital negeri.
YB tadi sebab you ada mention vaksin mampu elakkan kanser kan. Jadi sekarang sebab grup anti vaksin semakin aktif dan baru-baru ni ada grup yang nak guna aset kerajaan untuk buat dia punya talk show kan. Tapi pandangan you perlu tak mungkin kerajaan ban semua aset government daripada digunakan oleh anti vaksin tu?
Nah, itu saya dah ada komen lah soal aset lah. Cuma saya nak jelaskan di sini berkenaan dengan vaksin yang kita hadapi dari segi anti vaksin ini. Masalah utama adalah satu jenis vaksin yang mengandungi 3 penyakit, iaitu vaksin MMR, measles, mumps and rubella. Yang ini yang diberikan pada umur 9 bulan. Kita perlukan 95% liputan untuk memberi apa yang dikatakan herd immunity kepada community. Jadi untuk vaksin-vaksin yang lain tidak ada masalah. HPV, hepatitis B, diphtheria, tetanus, whooping cough, polio dan sebagainya, liputan lebih daripada 98%. Jadi tak ada masalah. Cuma MMR ini kurang. Kalau 2017 liputan adalah 89%. Untuk tahun lepas ada peningkatan lebih daripada 90%. Tetapi liputan itu masih tidak cukup untuk memberi herd immunity kepada community. Jadi kita akan meningkatkan usaha supaya liputan MMR ini sampai ke tahap 95%. Ini sasaran. Jadi ada beberapa cara yang sedang dipertimbangkan bagaimana kita nak dapat mencapai sasaran tersebut. Yang pertama, sama ada kita buat program kesedaran educational kepada masyarakat, dan ataupun kita sedang pertimbangkan sama ada kita boleh memaksa ibu bapa supaya anak-anak mereka terima vaksin. Ini sedang dalam kajian. Jadi untuk mereka yang anti-vaxxer, kita amalkan demokrasi. Jadi mereka berhak untuk menyuarakan isu-isu mereka, itu hak mereka. Cuma kita harap mereka tidak sampaikan mesej yang mengelirukan ataupun mesej yang salah. Sebab kita tahu ada yang beri promosi kepada alternatif vaksin yang jelas tidak berfungsi, tidak berkesan. Ada yang sampaikan mesej seperti homeopati, cara semula jadi dan sebagainya memang tidak berkesan. Dan sekiranya ada doktor-doktor yang terlibat dalam perkara sedemikian, kita akan ambil tindakan terhadap doktor yang berkenaan. Ini jelas. Jadi mereka yang promote alternatif, kita pun juga boleh ambil tindakan kerana mereka mengamalkan satu praktis yang boleh dikatakan mungkin memudaratkan kesihatan kanak-kanak. Mereka yang enggan, itu hak mereka lah. Jadi kita sedang kaji bagaimana kita meningkatkan peratusan liputan vaksin. Jadi inilah ulasan saya berkenaan dengan vaksin ini.
Yang kami tangkap dari doktor tu, yang maksudnya yang doktor itu kualiti medicine ke atau yang promote di
dua. Mereka yang promote alternatif, cara alternatif sebagai vaksin ini memang dilarang untuk doktor, sebab kita tahu itu merupakan satu perkara yang tidak berkesan, satu cara yang tidak berkesan. Dan kita ada data-data yang menunjukkan bahawa vaksin itu selamat, vaksin itu efektif untuk menjaga kesihatan kanak-kanak.
Kemudian ada laporan tentang doktor yang
setakat ini belum ada.
Mungkin nak tanya tentang patient manfaat.
Members of meeting, maybe if you have any questions pertaining to the Halcyon radiotherapy machine and also the welfare fund, please you may post now, yeah?
Ask our patients how they benefited.
mungkin patients boleh cerita sikit how does this fund help for your treatment.
Sakit berapa lama? Bila sakit, bila mula rawatan?
Dan cakap apa yang awak rasa lah. Apa form your heart dari dia awak.
No, actually, I came to know this beginning of the year. So I went to see the doctor and I do the operation. Then only when I looked for my chemo, I went to GH. It was a delay. Went to PPUM. I got a place to do my chemo. But that herb 2 was charged very expensive lah. Each cost will be 3,000, and I was the cash was very high, and I can't afford to pay. And then my daughter go and research. She go look for a friend where to find a cheapest place, and one of the friend introduced her to go to Beacon, so she took me here lah. Which is the price is very low, and I'm satisfied with the treatment, and I'm happy to come for my chemo, and all of the staff are very nice, and I'm so happy with my doctor. I'm really appreciate to Beacon. Thank you.
My name is Hui Mei. I have been with this hospital for 10 years. When I was first diagnosed in year 2009, I can say Dato Ibrahim was the one who saved me. After 5.5 years, I was considered well, right? The relapse happened. And from the year 2014, end of 2014, I have not been stopping getting the relapse yearly. So today, this year is my 4th relapse. I checked with Beacon Hospital, how much have I spent in this hospital? Well, my insurance has gone already. For the first round already exhausted all the amount compensation already exhausted. And I checked with hospital, how much have I used in this hospital? It's close to 500,000 already, yeah. So Dato is very caring, and he is the one who always tell me, you must be positive. You need to have hope. Don't give up. This is the word that he always tell me, don't give up. And when talk about financial money, I beg him, Dato, please help me. I'm not poor, I'm not rich as well. You see, there's so much money that I need. To me, money equals to life. If I have money to buy drug, the Herceptin costs us like about 9,000 plus, yeah, a dose. That is 3 weekly. 3 weeks once I have to bring the money to come to the hospital and receive the targeted therapy drug. So to me, with the money to buy drug, that equals to I can continue to live. Especially for my daughter, when I first diagnosed, she was only 1 year old. I cannot imagine a baby 1 year old losing her mother. How is that going to be? But I'm glad today she's already 11 years old. Yeah. So, Dato, please help me, I say. And really, this Dato, very busy, but he responded to me. He responded and he said, okay, let's get the CSR, yeah, to help you. And they did. Especially for this round, I need radiotherapy on my liver with lots of tumor, right? Lots of tumor in my liver. And he said, let's try the new machine. But it's very costly. It's very costly. So he said, don't worry, we will go team. And thank you so much to Beacon Hospital.
Okay, soal monkeypox yang cuma setakat ini ada satu kes di Singapura, Malaysia tidak ada kes. Kes ini berasal daripada monkey lah, animal cuma berasal juga daripada Afrika Central and Afrika Barat, dan memang di kalangan binatang monyet di situ ada monkeypox virus. Tapi pesakit yang ada di Singapura dia mengidapi pesakit daripada sumber daripada Afrika, bukan berasal daripada Singapura. Jadi yang tahu kita tu pesakit yang berkenaan dan juga kontak berkenaan telah di quarantine. Jadi risiko untuk penyebaran melalui human to human adalah agak rendah. Jadi dia biasanya melalui pesakit yang ada close contact dengan pesakit yang rapat. Jadi risiko untuk Malaysia dapat monkeypox itu agak rendah, walaupun kita masih berwaspada, khususnya kepada mereka yang balik daripada Central ataupun West Africa. Dan sekiranya mereka ada demam ke, ada skin rash ke, ada masalah-masalah dalam mungkin gejala-gejala monkeypox itu, mereka harus hubungi jabat kesihatan daerah ataupun hospital untuk menerima rawatan. Walaupun itulah saya yang katakan, saya kata tadi, risiko untuk monkeypox itu agak.
Members of the media, we would like to end the question session right now. Thank you very much. We now come to the end of our launch today. Yang Berhormat Dr. Lee Boon Chye, Deputy Minister of Health, members of the media and all distinguished guests. We would like to thank you and appreciate and thank you for taking your time off your busy schedules to join us today at Beacon Hospital. And once again, I'm Sena, your MC today, signing off. Thank you very much.